particularly like the Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing my July speed reviews. So as you guys know, we have 5 products to talk about that I have been testing through the month of July. And we are also doing a new format where I'm actually going to apply these products and talk about them at the same time, which means multitasking, which means at the end of the day, we'll just see how this all goes. So let's go ahead and get started with our first product because my lips are dry AF and I need to apply a lip balm immediately. We are going to be starting with the Ciaté London Watermelon Burst 2-in-1 Everyday Lip Balm and Mask. So let me just say, you guys, this is my favorite vegan lip mask of all time. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of Lanolips, but obviously that has lanolin in there, which is not a vegan product. This instead actually has squalene and jojoba oil for nourishing power, and I have to admit this is really nice. I actually really like this as an overnight lip mask, which you guys know I typically struggle with because particularly like the Laneige one, I just don't like that one as an overnight lip mask because I feel like in the morning when I wake up my lips feel super dry and chapped. Like I just feel like the product just disappears really quickly. This, however, coats your lips in like a wonderfully like almost kind of sticky formula that's like really soft. Also that watermelon scent is like the best. It's not that kind of watermelon scent that is like so strong, like so artificial that you like kind of get a headache from it. This is one that I would say is like a very pleasant mild watermelon scent, which is just like super delicious. Yeah, I really like this product. A+, or A++ actually is probably the right way to put that, but yes, really would recommend this lip mask. Let's move on to the next product. So this is from Chica Beauty, and this is their highlighter duo. I have this in the shade Champagne Glow. So this is actually a really interesting product. It has a cream on one end, and then it has the liquid highlight on this end. So this actually does have a little applicator here. This is what it looks like swatched on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't love this formula. So the cream, when you apply it to your face, and like that's the thing, right? With cream products, it is not how it swatches on your hand, but rather how it applies to your face that really is gonna like give you that definitive answer. And so the cream itself, and I'm actually not even gonna apply it to my face now because I don't wanna mess up my makeup. This is something that applies on a little bit patchy, and then as you try to blend it out, because it's a little bit drier of a formula, it actually pulls up your foundation. So I really don't like the cream side of it. The liquid highlight, however, I can sort of get on board with this. This is one that I find applies best, honestly, when you just use your finger to blend it out. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do here. Now, the thing about this highlight as well is that it does not work on top of powder, so don't even try to do that because it will just turn into like a weird mess, which I'll be totally honest with you guys, like I know you're not technically supposed to be putting liquid products on top of powder, but there have been so many liquid products lately that I have been able to do that with that I'm like, I always just test it just to see if it'll like really surprise me. This one did not. This is definitely something that I would say you cannot put this on top of powder. And then also for me, it's a very like natural highlight, which I think can be built up, but the problem is that when you start building it, it starts getting kind of chunky and just like looking a little bit odd on your face. So it's not the most fine highlight in the entire world, which is typically what you get with a liquid highlight. So for that reason, I'm a little bit like about it. Let's talk about the next product, which is a product that I love. So this is from DANESSA MYRICKS Beauty, and this is their Evolution powder in the shade Pink. Now, you guys, if you are looking for literally, oh, okay, did you guys just see all that dust come flying out of here? If you are looking for, and I kid you not, the sheerest, most finely milled powder in the entire world, and I'm talking like even more finely milled than Givenchy's powder, this is what you need. If you are someone where you have more of a mature under eye area, or you have really dry skin and you feel like powder settles into your fine lines or it makes you look a little bit older, we have puppies running around today, so that's what that noise is. Anyway, if you feel like that applies to you, this is the powder that you need to get because this is going to literally smooth over all of the lines on your face. It's not going to accentuate any of your wrinkles or anything like that. It's gonna set your makeup down in a way that honestly just looks completely airbrushed. This is something that I really enjoy underneath my eyes. I'll be honest with you guys, I think it's too finely milled for all over my face because I tend to be more of an oily girl, okay? So like I need a powder that's gonna like really tamp that oil down, and so I really need something that's like just a little bit more like mattifying, which this is not going to do that for you, but the effect that it gives you, honestly, again, if you are a dry girl or guy, this is the product that you need. The only other thing I would say about this though is that if you are someone who does not like a mess, I don't know that I would recommend this to you because as you can see with this product, because of the consistency, the texture of it, it does just kind of get like everywhere, but totally excusable in terms of its performance. The next product that we're going to talk about is from Gellar. This is their Seasonless Staples Wildflower Wishes 14 Multi-Finish Eyeshadow Palette. So as you can tell from these eyeshadows, like these are a very beautiful warm toned, yellow toned eyeshadow. So if you're someone who's looking really truly for like that yellow based eyeshadow palette, this could be the color scheme for you. It is not the color scheme for me though. I find that this eyeshadow palette just tends to get a little bit like too yellow in my opinion. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use the side of the palette that screams a little bit more to my soul. So we're gonna go ahead and use Balm here, which is like that gorgeous like deep brown tone. And then we're gonna talk about the performance of this eyeshadow palette, which is another reason why I don't love it. Okay, so you guys know that when I wear powder eyeshadows, I always have on a primer underneath because I just think that that's the best way to get your eyeshadows to lay on as smoothly as possible. It increases the wear time, like it's supposed to stop it from creasing, blah, blah, blah. This eyeshadow palette though, there is something in this formula and I'm not sure why it is. And I don't know if it's because of like the yellow base or anything like that. But if I was playing on more of this side, like the light color of this palette, my eyeshadows were creasing by like hour 4 on my lids, which is so crazy. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I have not had a powder eyeshadow crease on me in freaking forever. It was actually quite a bit of a shock to me when I was trying this month because I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Like this is totally outside of my comfort zone. I'm not used to wearing like yellows. Like this is gonna be a great addition to my collection. And then what ended up happening was that like the performance of this was like, ugh. This shade is actually my favorite one in the palette. It performs really well. But some of the lighter shades, I was just like, sometimes you would lay it down and it would look a little patchy, so you go back in and you kind of lay down more powder. But then unfortunately by doing that, you're increasing like the thickness on your lids, which then means that it's more likely to crease, which I think is exactly what happened to me this month. So I wasn't super stoked on a lot of the performance with this eyeshadow. I really struggled with the matte shades and I'm about to show you guys why. So usually I love a shade like Mayflower because that's going to give me like a perfect transition tone. It's going to look really nice on my lids. It's going to help me blend everything out. It's like a nothing shade, which I understand that like a lot of neutral shades, like that's the purpose that you want them to have. But this one for me, when I applied it on its own, it just kind of was like skipping all over the place and I wasn't super excited about it. So all in all, like, and even with some of the other shades too, right? So like, for example, like Poppy, like this is a beautiful moss green that you would think, again, has a little more of a yellow base to it, would look really beautiful as like a deeper shade to kind of just help like increase the shadows on your eyes. But let me show you guys, like the impact of this is just, it's not there. And I just really feel like with this palette, I was really struggling to get it to really like show and really be something on my eye. And I know that I'm applying like a light olive shade on top of a darker brown shade, but in an effort to get to show you guys, like with this palette, I struggled a little bit with the performance of it. So let me go ahead and finish out my eye look and then we will get to talking about a mascara. So the final product we are going to review is from Lavaa Los Angeles Beauty, and this is their No Chill Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara, and I have this in the shade Brown. Let me just start by saying I only like this mascara when I can wear a mascara primer underneath, which is what I currently have on my lashes already. And the reason for that is because the first time I tried on this mascara without any primer underneath, this thing clumped like a mofo. Literally, I was like, oh great, I love a mascara that gives me 4 lashes. That is exactly what everybody is looking for in their products. However, I decided the next day, I was like, all right, let me give it a fair shot here. Let me see if I like it with the mascara primer. And lo and behold, I managed to actually get enough separation on my lashes that I was like, okay, I can give this mascara a fair chance. Now, what I really like about this mascara is, A, the shade I think is really unique. It is not going to be that like insanely brown mascara that like if you're looking for something that's really gonna have like the brown is really gonna show up, this is not for you. This is something where I would say that like this definitely leans more brown black in my opinion. If you are looking for a product that is going to give you a decent amount of length and a decent amount of volume, this is actually going to be super easy to also remove at the end of the day. Now, what I like about this as well is from a performance standpoint, this thing stays on a really, really long time. I did not have any issues with flaking. I did not have any issues with it smudging. I actually also use this as my lower lash mascara, and I also like it for that as well. Really, once I was able to use this with a mascara primer, I would definitely recommend this mascara because holy crap, look at that length and look at that volume. Like, it's pretty good, right? And this is literally 2 coats. The other thing that I wanted to say about this mascara that I really like is the fact that it comes in like this really awesome like square with like the edges. Like, this is very, very innovative in terms of like the packaging. It's a lot easier honestly to hold in my opinion because you literally have like something to just place your finger on, and so I wish more mascaras came in this packaging instead of like the circular format because I just think this is so different and it's so much fun. So all in all, really liked this mascara, mostly just need to use it with a mascara primer. And that, my friends, pretty much wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this speed review of the 5 products that I've been trying out in the month of July. If you like this video, please feel free to like it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and follow me over on Instagram if you haven't done that. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.